Hey there race fans, and welcome to Let's Talk F1 here on the ModzCity channel. We'll dissect the twists and turns of the F1 season from the paddock to the podium and share our thoughts. This is Let's Talk F1. In today's episode, I'll cover three main areas: Yuki versus Daniel, Oliver Bierman, and who goes to Merc. My predictions. So, let's jump in. First up is Yuki Tsunoda versus Daniel Ricciardo in the RB team. Yuki has been strong all season so far, scoring 4 points in Australia compared to Daniel's 12th place finish. So what's up with Daniel? He's a veteran driver with 8 race wins and multiple podium finishes, compared to Tsunoda, the young driver in his third F1 season, still building experience. So, is Daniel done and past his prime, still finding his way, or is the car to blame? Tell us your thoughts in the comments, and if you believe Daniel will bounce back before the summer break. I think Daniel might not score points prior to the summer break, mainly because he has been out of an F1 car for some time now, and just about a year, and is not the same honey badger we know and love. Something has changed. That spark, that genius driving has disappeared. Do you agree? Daniel continues to struggle to match Tsunoda's pace, out-qualified by Tsunoda in every race so far and expressed frustration at the Australian Grand Prix. Tsunoda, on the other hand, showing significant improvement. Consistently ahead of Ricciardo and even qualified a strong P8, Tsunoda's performance at the Australian Grand Prix was pretty good. So with this type of performance, can Daniel go back to Red Bull, have Max as a teammate again? We shall see. It's still early to tell in the season, but Tsunoda is currently outperforming the more experienced Ricciardo. Whether Ricciardo can turn things around will be a key storyline to watch in the coming races. Next up, Oliver Bierman. Oliver Bierman has only had one chance to compete in Formula 1 so far, despite being a reserve driver for both Ferrari and Haas in 2024. In a surprising turn of events, he received a last-minute call-up to replace Carlos Sainz at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix due to Sainz having appendicitis and going through all that surgery. Glad to see Carlos was back for the Aussie GP and actually won. Can I just say I was hugely impressed by Bierman's performance. He's 18 years old, jumps into the car when practice was almost complete, had one FP session and then straight into qualifying and then the race. With minimal preparation, having just qualified for pole position in F2, which he had to withdraw from due to Sainz situation, of course. So Bierman narrowly missed reaching Q3, the third round of qualifying in F1, scoring points on his debut ahead of the likes of Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton. No easy task, given this was his very first race. Was it the car? Was it the setup just right for him along with the track conditions? Or can he really just drive? I think it's the last one for me. Let us know in the comments for your thoughts on that. It's important to remember this was his only F1 race so far. While it was impressive, an impressive debut considering the context, it's too early, I think, to definitely judge his overall performance in Formula 1, and I doubt Dr. Helmut will be quick to judge talent again based on one race. We all saw what happened with Nick De Vries, right? So, the last topic before we go, Merc. So far, the frontrunners are Carlos Sainz, currently seen as the favorite by many. He's a proven race winner with experience in a top team such as Ferrari. Losing him might not be ideal for Ferrari, but Mercedes could offer him a strong title shot as well as a good pay and salary. Fernando Alonso, if he's available, the two-time world champion, is a risk due to his age, 42 in 2025, but his talent and hunger for another title are undeniable. However, his contract with Aston Martin runs through 2024, so his availability depends on negotiations. Maybe Frederick Vesti, Mercedes reserve driver, is another young talent that can be a potential, but he might lack all that experience for an immediate championship fight and a team so focused on winning rather than development. I don't see Max leaving Red Bull. After all that, working with the father and his Christian Horner, I see Max staying with Red Bull and GP as his engineer. My pick would be Carlos. It seems to be the safest bet for Merc, especially if Carlos outperforms Charles this year. What do you think? Who will be at Merc come March 2025? That's all we have time for today. Hope you enjoyed this F1 content, and please consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you never miss an update or an episode on Let's Talk F1. So until next time, drive safe.